We are with Kasun Sigera, the chairman of the New Generation chapter. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you very much.
So, talk to us a little bit about your experience as the chairman of the New Generation chapter.
Well, it's honestly been a nice roller coaster ride. Looking back, all the uncertainties there. It's not the easiest of things in organizing something for the youth, or probably not for anything right now, given the situation in the country. But it's been an amazing experience, trying to do something for the youth, and especially given the fact that this country has so much potential and so much of capable youth. It's a pleasure and it's a wonderful experience. And obviously, working with a youthful team that actually resonates the same amount of energy that I would like to see around has been a very mind-provoking and a very, I would say, rewarding experience so far.
So, tell us, why is it important to have a program like this, and why is it important to, continuously helping the youth like this?
Because the most important part about Sri Lanka is that we as a country has so much potential, and to get the right potential to the right places, we need the right people to back up. So I think youth is the investment that we should have done in the past. We should have done even in now and probably for the future, because the future actually belongs to the youth, and I would say even the present belongs to the youth. So continuous investment, especially with the dynamics around the world that keeps on changing every minute, every second, it's important that we nurture them. We can't be in a generation where we feed information to people or we feed talent and skills to people. We are in a situation where we nurture people to find, explore, and to develop themselves to be better every second, every minute, and every day. So what we wanted to do, or the dream we had, was to inculcate a culture where the youth takes the leadership, the deserving positions, deserving skills that they can polish, and to bring it all into one platform where we will develop people in a 360-degree perspective. We need people who are balanced in their personal life, who are balanced in their attitude, who are balanced in their professional life, who are balanced in their growth-oriented mindset, so that we can bring the best of Sri Lanka to the rest of the world. So I think Sri Lanka is in a dying need to get the right people on the right places, and I think nurturing youth is the right investment to do that.
So, tell us a little bit about your experience with women in management. Why did you decide to collaborate with them on this project?
So in my past record, I've worked with almost 10,000, 20,000 youth around the country and even in international forums. Having had a little bit of break from youth activities, I thought, especially given the circumstances that we as a country went through during the last few months, what my reflection was that the youth of this country deserves a direction, deserves a proper orientation. The potential is there, the capabilities are there, the skills are there. So looking back at that, I thought the most important thing that we need to do is to collaborate with professional organizations, because being in several companies also, and also having had traveled to about 20 countries in the world, I think what I've learned is that you need to work with the professionals, because they will tell you and they will nurture you and they will train you to do better, and obviously to reflect upon what you learn. That's the most important thing, because we, especially the younger generation, fail to reflect on what we learn, and I think the best people who can bring that are the professionals. And that's why I thought Women in Management, being one of the forefrontier organizations who could start at a grassroots level in Sri Lanka and take it to even some of the other countries, I thought was the capability that we can was a capable organization that actually can take the message of the strong Sri Lankan youth for the rest of the world. And honestly, so far they've been very understanding, very comprehensive of what the youth of this country has to offer, and they've been nurturing. I mean, on a daily basis I learn as a person working with some of the professionals of the Women in Management, and I think the journey for the collaboration between the youth and the Women in Management as I would say hand-holding partners is yet to discovered, and I'm sure it will only get better in the days to come. In my experience, I think Women in Management has been one of the most professional and easy to work with organizations that has understood the value of youth, and I think that is why it has been a very successful journey so far, and we hope it will continue to be and probably grow better in the days to come.
Do you all have any upcoming programs? I think you all have the awards coming up, right? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, there are a few interesting things. I'll not give everything away, but obviously New Generation Awards are on the scene. Obviously, we have opened up applications, so I would invite me myself being a recipient of the New Generations Award. I thoroughly would like to request the youth out there to never be scared to apply. Sometimes there are people who will deserve the recognition and then actually can benefit from that recognition to take it even to the next level. So I think there are about 42 categories that they can apply, and also we have some interesting news because Women in Management has been a professional organization, and we have been getting a lot of requests to form an youth organization or new youth chapters where the youth can peer learn, network and collaborate. Different professions, different backgrounds, engineers, doctors, writers, artists, journalists, so whatsoever, they all can come and network, and I think that is an important trait to have, especially with you understanding every link of the society's understanding and their capabilities, so that we have like a mutual understanding, right? So I think I could give away a hint that we might have New Generations chapters which will be started all across Sri Lanka, hopefully in the days to come, and today marks an important day in that journey. So we will create a youth that is trained, mentored and that is equipped, and also we will try to inculcate that culture in the rest of the island, and we hopefully will have organizations to and new generation chapters where the rest of the youth of this country can also come and join together.
What is your advice you have to give for the young generation of our country?
Well, all I've always believed in is this country, it's a paradise of a nation, and it has so much potential. Whatever you name it, it's there, and nowhere else feels like home. And we are Sri Lankans. You can't take the Sri Lankanness away from a Sri Lankan wherever you go. So I would just urge people to explore the opportunities outside. Explore what the Sri Lankan youth can be offered in a global platform, because definitely people who have traveled abroad, who have been out of the country, have done extremely well. But come back and give back to the country. And for the youth who is here, let's try to make sure that we continue to invest in this country, continue to invest in this youth, and let's take away the negativities that take our spirit of humanity away from us. Be humble, be curious for opportunities, and obviously set your mindset from all the negativities aside to a growth mindset. If you have the right intention, if you have the right attitude, this country will always back you up to do great things, and much more greater things than any other country in the world.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. Thanks.
We have with us Professor Ravi Disanayaka. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm great, I'm good. Thank you very much.
So I have one question for you, and that's as a mentor of today's program, what advice do you have for our young generation?
Okay, thank you very much. I firstly should gratitude to WIM as what they do for the nationally worthy cause. Today, actually I inspired, I came over here, I was first listening to the people, young people here. They have a lot of expectations, lot of endeavors crafted within them. And even during my session, what I emphasized was youth, especially being the sometimes only the hope for our country in future. They need to have just inspirations, but it has to be realistic. And where my message is always for the youth, be realistic, that's fine. And whenever you think for your future inspirations, future endeavors, think as a global person. You all have to carry our country identity, that is true, but always you are dealing with the globe and the global dynamism. You need to understand very well. And what I said for the second message, for them to use the modern day platform for their external communication, including personal branding, and how you logically use the social media is very much important, rather being a slave of the social media. I have seen these potentials among this youth. If they can use this modern technology and technopreneurship within them, and there you are, they will have huge potential to go. Education plus life skills are really important for them to become success. Hope I deliver the message today for this young crowd, and they will craft their own personality based on the things what we inspire to them.
We have with us Dr. Tushari. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good.
So my question for you is, tell us a little bit about Winspiration, the youth mentoring program.
Yes, this is tailor-made to the youth of Sri Lanka because we have found that youth is lacking many things today. So we, the WIM, plan to do this to give a very good team, very good youth to the society who can change the society. That is what we are expecting from this youth after this mentoring program. That is what we are expecting from them. So we hope that they will learn from this because they are get to interact with the international lecturers and also the local ones. So they will be exposed internationally, and they will. Our only desire is that they will take this to the society and they will change them. They change the youth in the society, other youth in the society.
What advice would you give to our younger generation?
Yes, as a school principal, I always like to tell them that please help another one to change their life. So today most of the youth is not, they are only thinking of themselves, but they are not thinking of the others. So I hope this youth, if they can change their lives to help somebody else, to help, to give their hand, and we will have, because it's a beautiful country, so we can do a lot of changes in this society. Thank you.
We have with us a well-known face, and that is Dr. Sulochana Sigere. Hi, how are you doing today?
Great, feeling youthful.
That's great. So first talk to me a little bit about the process. How did you all select the candidates and all of that?
So the process was we opened application only for 15 days, and we received nearly 250 applications. From that we actually selected 150 physically and 50 online because of the outstation. From all districts we got applications. The process was to ensure that youth as Sri Lankans, not as race or religion, but youth as Sri Lankans, we want to ensure that everyone network with all the youth in Sri Lanka. So that's how the selection was done.
Talk to me about the next step. What are your plans after this?
So after the selection, today will be one of the selection days. So they have to go through a 3 weeks mentoring program. So we have it online and physically. So the online mentoring program, we have invited a few of the international mentors as well as the local. And the mentoring we look for is for youth to have their own way and to tell the mentor this is what we think of. So mentor is there to guide them on their own requirement, but not as a trainer. So there's a bit of a difference. This time actually the youth will be telling this is our mentorship.
So the mentors presented today are corporate leaders, etc. What advice do you think they would give the youth here today?
So I think our mentors are from all areas, from the university professors to the corporate to the entrepreneurs and everyone. So why youth should hear is, as one of my sessions I told that youth should listen to even the road cleaner. So few of the people whom we are bringing is that kind of, because we want to create a respectable youth rather than youth want a change, but first save the country for a change. So this is our theme, so that youth will understand the part of each of everyone's contribution. So this is our way of mentoring.
Tell me, why did you think of collaborating with the new generation chapter?
So WIM had a new generation chapter 2 years ago, but mentoring came by the request of youth actually. It's not even though I created this program, the request came from the youth itself. So I made myself to listen to them and created this mentorship program for their request.
So as we know, the awards are coming up. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So the New Generation Awards are on the 31st October. The nominations are out till 25th of September. This time we have nearly 40 categories, which we have spread into the terms of where youth are more engaged. And this time we have an emerging politician also, to ensure that you take as politics as just not as a service but as a responsibility and accountable job. So to change that, we thought WIM Youth Award will be the New Generation Award will be the key. So I think we will get good nominations.
Thank you so much for talking to us today. Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.